Welcome, everyone, to a piece of college football history as we crown this season's national champion. There's been so much that's gone into getting here, twists and turns, and now it builds to this, the battle for supremacy. And these two teams have survived the expanded playoff grind. They have battled through a regular season, multiple playoff victories, all sorts of challenges and adversity, and they've arrived at this moment, the battle for that precious trophy. As we'll see the number 6 seed in this playoff, the Arizona Wildcats, taking on a squad from the SEC, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. And this is it. 2 teams enter, 1 team leaves here as national champions. Let's get this going. Here we go with the kickoff. This is it, the ultimate game in college football, national championship at stake. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Different pre-snap look from the linebackers now. They're going to run it here. The game moves the ball to the 20-yard line.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Tailback with another carry. Finds room at the 30. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
Well, this is what the offensive coordinator told us yesterday, Chris, in our production meeting. They thought they had an advantage up front with the line of scrimmage, and on this opening drive, we continue to see the offensive line and this back putting up positive yards.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Looking for his big tight end. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Going the other way, can they catch him? Finally able to take him down, but that's a great return after the pick.
Sometimes that primetime game, the whole nation is watching, brings out some extra energy, some nerves. Maybe the quarterback is feeling that a little bit. I did not expect him to throw a pick, especially on the opening drive.
The guys up front lined up. It's first down. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. And that run produces a decent gain.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
The gain makes it second and medium. He's going to hand this off. Finding some room with the 25. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Georgia. Now the important point after attempt. PAT is good. They jump in front, 7-0. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Okay, so the Arizona offense heads back out of the field now. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Looking for his big tight end. It's complete. What a grab near the sideline. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Looking to scramble now. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. They'll try a pass here. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Defense makes the stop after the completion. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense?
Boy, Chris, great timing here with the quarterback against that zone defense, waiting just at the right time to deliver it into that window to pick up a nice gain.
Quarterback escapes the pocket. The pass falls incomplete on the scramble. That's good coverage.
Chris, I don't know if it's the hype of the national championship, the timing between the quarterback and his receivers, but they have not been able to get anything going at all here in the first half. And the problem is, they're already down in this game.
And he cannot escape the defense with a sack.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
They'll kick it away here. What is fair caught, but now up to see about that penalty. So the special teams miscue cost them 15 yards. This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. It's a run to the left. They'll tackle him at the 27.
That's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. And he's taken down behind the line. He's going to lose a yard or two.
Good pressure here by this defense, but it felt like the quarterback held on to the ball a little bit too long to come up with that sack for the D.
The offense now facing a 3rd and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the 1st down. Makes a quick catch. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a 1st down.
Most defensive coordinators focus a lot of their energy on how their unit performs on 3rd down and in the red zone. They give up a couple more 3rd down conversions like that, and they're in for a very unpleasant film session on Monday.
Not much on that play, brought down short.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down, and he's looking to make a big play downfield. The catch is made for a huge pickup. No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, Dogs. Aren't you taught on defense, Kirk? Don't let him throw the football over your head. Exactly what happened there.
That makes me really wonder if it was some kind of miscommunication. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I pull my defensive backs over, make sure everybody's on the same page and getting the right calls.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. They bring him down, but that's good work by the return team. He found the lane, and so this drive's going to start with decent field position. Here comes the Arizona offense back out on the field. They were forced to punt it away last time, so let's see if they can get clicking in this possession. Ball handed off. Oh, and he fumbles. Defense grabs the football. It's a turnover.
being upset at the ball carrier for coughing up the ball, but let's not ignore how big of a hit that was. Sometimes you just have to give credit to the defender for making a great play.
So they take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn that ruling on the field. The offense will line up, chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. They look to throw it here on second down. On the run here, lets it go. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact, no penalty. Brings up third down. This should be the last play of the quarter. And he'll drop back here on third down. Quarterback leaves the pocket, on the move now. And he pulls in the catch. And they finally get him down, but a huge gain to wrap up this first quarter. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. The corner is now playing a couple of yards off the ball. Trying to extend the play. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
I mean, you don't see this very often. They just pressured the quarterback, and did you see how many guys that were rushing him? 3. You have 8 guys in coverage, and you can get that kind of pressure on a quarterback with 3 rushing.
So second down after the incompletion. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive, and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
On the run, it's Smith. And the Salk were able to bring him down quickly.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
So it's third and long from the 29. The defense play coverage or blitz. The pre-snap motion from the offense. On third down, he drops to throw. He lets it go. Caught over the middle. It's Smith. Tackle made after a big gain.
Well, this is what you would call a 3-down back. Running backs that can run between the tackles, they can get outside, and they can also catch the ball out of the backfield. Here they have the benefit of having one of those kind of backs that can not just catch the ball, but once he gets his hands on the ball, he's got enough wiggle and speed to be able to get after a defense.
And just a short gain this time. They're able to get him down. Second down play coming up for this offense. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. And it's intercepted. They bring him down after a short return, but the takeaway sets up the offense near midfield.
Chris, how about the big 300-pound defensive lineman getting his paw on that football and bringing it in for an interception?
Okay, so the Arizona offense heads back out of the field now. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Jet sweep receiver trying to find some room. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. Punt team ready to boot it away. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. This offense trying to bounce back. The last possession ended in a pick. And there's the handoff. Finding space at the 20. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
Receiver makes the catch. There's the tackle, but 1st down yardage.
Really good route here by the receiver, but I love the quarterback's ability to look off that safety and make that throw. And that's part of the quarterback's job here when you play in Athens for this Georgia offense. They've had some great quarterbacks over the years. Guys like Matthew Stafford and Aaron Murray, and more recently Jake Fromm, and of course Stetson Bennett, who won back-to-back national championships. And what they're seeing today from this quarterback, they got to be very proud of.
And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Boy, another nice gain by this back. He has had a beautiful day today running the football, just kind of in that zone, and a big reason why they have a nice lead today.
Georgia setting up with a 1st and 10 now. Receiver in motion now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the 1st down, but tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Tight end goes in motion before the snap. Running back with the football. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Because that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
Now it's 3rd and short from the 24. One of those line of scrimmage battles that could help decide this game. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Can't hold on. Good defensive play, brings up a 4th down. The Dogs hustle to the line to run the hurry up. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout. So looks like they'll bring the field goal unit onto the field. Trying to connect from 41 yards away. And the field goal is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Here comes the Arizona offense back out on the field. They're in a hole here before they have a chance to regroup at halftime. Let's see if they can cut into this big lead. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. He lets it go on the move. He's picked for a third time tonight.
Boy, just a drive killer right there, Chris. And he didn't seem to throw that ball with much confidence. Just put it up for grabs, and the defense comes down with it.
So here we go. The first play of the drive, less than a minute to play before halftime. They'll run it to the left. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
Georgia now operating in the red zone. Handoff in a single back formation. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. But I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Great move in the open field. Touchdown, Bulldogs. This offense is still clicking. Well, they began with great field position, and that didn't take long at all, Kirk.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an opportunity. Your defense sets you up in great field position. You're not looking for a field goal. You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to this offense for being aggressive and punching it in.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. It's like the final play of the half coming up. It's a shotgun run call. Fighting off the defender. And he'll be brought down, and that will wrap up the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Kickoff team out there now to get the second half underway. He'll bring it out from his end zone. Tackled at the 7-yard line. That's good coverage, but a bad decision to bring it out. Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. First play of the drive, they come out throwing. The pocket breaking down. They pressure him and get him. The loss back to the 7-yard line.
This is why this guy's considered one of the top defensive ends in the entire country. He came in off the edge so quickly there. Look out, because that's exactly what was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
Pressure comes, and once again, no escape.
They come up with another sack. What a unique way of being able to apply pressure. Good coverage downfield, allows the defense to be able to get after him. But back-to-back sacks now. It's third down and long, and you know they're thinking about bringing more pressure here.
He's not going to get the first down. It's fourth down now.
So this defense is going to have to mix up some looks, because this back has had a monster day in the national championship. Running inside, running outside. The defense has got to do a good job of locking in on him to negate his big play ability.
And it's taken at the 45. The returner is brought down. Gets a start with the next drive. Okay, so the Arizona offense heads back out of the field now. He hands it off from the gun. Gets some space around the 30. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
Boy, really good run by this running back. The defense fortunate to be able to bring him down inside the 10-yard line, but it's 1st and goal for the offense.
Offense racing down the field. It sets up a 1st and goal inside the 10. He's got it near the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Wildcats. See if they can convert the point after. To make the extra point, cutting the lead to 24-7. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. And he's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. They'll tackle him at the 17-yard line.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Takes the ball and heads to the left side. Stopped short of the 25, but it's enough to move the sticks.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
He's going to take off here. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
I love that this guy's not willing to just give up on plays. You know, he's got enough athletic ability to give you some positive yards in the run game, and he's able to do that right here.
And here's the handoff. That's good for a first down near the 40.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Tackle, but first down.
Just a really good ball here to be able to pick up this first down for the Georgia offense. And, you know, being able to have a balanced attack, so important in modern college football, and Georgia does that as well as anybody.
Ball handed off. Fighting off the defender.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance and a really nice gain.
Getting set. Here's second down. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Looking for some space. It's Smith. He stopped, but he gets a first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Georgia getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
This running back's had a big night, the kind of night you dream about, but the defense finally steps up and gets to him behind the line of scrimmage.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. And he'll loft it to the end zone. The downfield shot is incomplete. Brings up third down.
That ball just seemed to sail on it. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch in bounds, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Scrambling. Now he'll make the throw. He's got it for a big gain. The tackle is made, but the gain sets the offense up. 1st and goal from the 9.
You know, with the lead in the national championship in the second half, there are a lot of offensive coordinators around the country that would be more conservative, run the ball, keep the clock moving. I love the fact that this offensive coordinator takes a chance here. Throws the football, shows the confidence he has in a quarterback, and it really pays off for him.
First and goal, handoff. And he's finally tackled down at the 2-yard line.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Solid gain puts him in good position for second down and goal. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Oh, and he doesn't hang on off the deflection there. It's going to bring up a third down play.
In college football today, the quarterbacks get rid of the ball often so fast that this is a great example for young players on the defensive line. If you can't...
Touchdown, Georgia. And this one is getting ugly.
But when you have a big physical offensive line, you can wait to third and goal and rely on them and the running back to get you a touchdown.
Point after, not right through. Now they get set to kick it away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he's tackled at the 21. That's when the drive will start. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Off the play fake, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. It's incomplete. He was lucky to avoid a fourth interception in this game. Second down now. Empty set now, 5 wide. And throwing again on 2nd and 10. And this pass is caught. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. Big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now.
How about the call here? They go with the screen on third down and short. You don't see that called very often. They're not able to even complete the pass, so no chance at a conversion. So we got 4th and short. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Another pick. Wow, that's the 4th tonight. Touchdown, Dogs. Wow, what a play, a defensive score. Great job here by the defense coming up with yet another play where they are just pouring it on today, dominating in every phase. And they're able to tackle on the extra point. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Tough running there. Just able to stop it, but it's a great return. Lucky to prevent a touchdown to begin the drive with excellent field position. Here comes the Arizona offense back out on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. These plays bottled up, and the football is loose. Offense with a crucial fumble recovery. Well, just like running backs, quarterbacks have got to do a better job of having awareness and taking care of the football. Felt like he got the ball away from his body there a little bit, allowing it to be knocked free. He caught a break because one of his own teammates was able to see that and get on top of the ball. This big guy's up front will have to regroup now. It's 2nd and 14. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Looks to the left, and it's complete. And the defense swarms not much of a gain on that completion. To come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete. Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on third down and long. Hey, it's a bit of a risk, but with that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on 4th and long.
4th down. He's throwing for it. He's moving out of the pocket. On the run here, taking a deep shot. And that is interception number 5 as the nightmare performance continues. After a short return, he's tackled at the 18. What an enormous takeaway by this defense.
Just a great job of anticipating that and coming up with a big interception by this defense. Because they have this lead, they've really forced this offense to become one-dimensional. They're expecting the ball to be into the air. The defensive backs have their eyes on the ball, and they're able to capitalize with a big pick here in the national title.
They'll tackle him out across the 20.
Well, how fitting for him to get another nice carry here, because it's been that kind of game in the national title. We knew coming in that he was going to be showcased. I didn't think he would have this kind of performance on this big of a stage, but he has, and a big reason why they're going to win this national title.
He's going to lose yardage here. The defense pursues and forces him out of bounds.
Chris, that's on the offensive line right there. They definitely have to be feeling responsible, because it's almost like you didn't protect your little brother back there.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Catch made on the out route. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Georgia setting up for the 1st and 10 now. From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. Catch is made way down inside the 30.
You know, they've got a lead here late in the game, and the play calling, I think, shows you how much confidence they have in this quarterback. He's had a pretty clean game today, and this decision to still throw the ball with the lead shows you that they believe he's going to make the right decisions and make accurate throws.
Georgia has moved into the red zone. They'll use that running game, trying to bleed the clock here. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Can they keep this drive going, try to convert on 3rd down now? There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Receiver makes the grab. And they've got him down at the 3. Big gain on that completion.
They're still trusting this quarterback to make great throws, and why not? He has had a game you dream about in the national championship. Every throw right on the money. He's had time to make great throws, and he has delivered to be, in my opinion, the MVP in the national title.
Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1. 2nd down here. Time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. 2nd down and goal. Trying to get to the end zone. They'll run it left. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And the beatdown continues. Try to add the lead now with the PAT. Wow, the PAT is no good. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And the return starts just inside the end zone. And he stopped at the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. Okay, so the Arizona offense heads back out of the field now. They need a couple miracles here in the final 2 minutes to rescue what's been a very, very rough outing so far. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Time is running out. They'll take a deep shot. Here's another interception. We're losing track. Going the other way. Can they stop him? Inside the 40. That's a potential game changer. The pick and the big return.
Oh, man, Chris, I really thought this offense had a chance to get back into this game. The only thing you'd hate to see is the interception. But give credit to the defense. They come up with a big play that potentially ices the game.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking to scramble. The pass ball is incomplete. He tried to extend the play, but nobody open.
Chris, we're all guilty of this. We all look at the big plays, the quarterbacks, the offense, how many points, how many yards. And sometimes we overlook the most important aspect of the game, the offensive line. You've got to do a good job consistently protecting the quarterback, and it all comes down to the offensive line. And here, they hurry the quarterback, and they blow up the play.
So a positive play, Kirk, with the crossing route. This is the defensive communication the coaches were worried about in this game.
Yeah, it really is a challenge in this call. When the offense goes with that deep crosser, that defense has to do a good job.
And they chase him down outside the pocket for a sack.
That's a big sack by this defense here on first down. Now, the offense still has opportunities to rectify this situation, but it's not the best way to start a first-and-goal situation.
Tipped and then dropped. A chance to make a play, but instead it's third down. Offense moving backwards here, a long way from the goal line now. Third and goal, looking to throw the ball. Pass caught, can he get in? Defense will wrap him up after an 8-yard gain. It'll bring up fourth down.
Boy, these guys just won't let up. I mean, they already have this game out of reach. They have a big lead. They're still throwing the football and still just putting it on this defense every chance they get.
And this one is right through. And they add to their lead.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
After extending the lead with a field goal, they'll kick it off now, trying to make the offense go a long way to win it. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Arizona offense back out on the field. This has been a monumental mismatch, a beatdown for the... It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. Tackled after a short return at the 19, but a huge takeaway in the red zone. So this one is tucked away. Time for victory formation. And it's a kneel down. Offense getting set. It's second down.